A very good morning to you, everybody. This is Zach here from tradingwithzach.com. Today is the 4th of December 2017. It's Monday morning. It's 7:30 a.m. I've got a trade alert that I'm putting out to the public. However, I'm not going to reveal the name of the stock. That's reserved for members of tradingwithzach.com. But the purpose of this video is to put out a live trade, and you'll be able to see in a couple of weeks' time what actually happened. And the purpose of this video is to show you the strength of technical analysis and how, if you learn to read the charts accurately, you will be able to profit from these markets. Okay, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. On the left hand side, for those of you that are not familiar with the chart settings that we use on tradingwithzach.com, on the left hand side we have the daily chart. Each candle here that you can see represents 1 day's movement in this stock. The colored lines are the 200 moving average, the 50 moving average, and the 20 moving average. On the right hand side we have the weekly chart, again with the same moving averages, the 200 moving average in red, the 50 in yellow, and the 20 moving average in blue. Okay, so here's the setup on this stock. It's an oil stock. Before we look at the chart of the actual stock in detail, let me just go to the USO. Now this is the USO. This is the chart of oil. This is the ETF that tracks the oil price. We can see on the right hand side we made a major bottom on the looking at the weekly chart in early 2016. We've come up. We've gone sideways for almost a year and a half. And now we are moving upwards. We're above the 20 and 50 moving averages on the weekly chart. And I'm going to change the right hand side now to a monthly chart. We're now looking at a monthly chart. We can see that oil has been in this bottoming phase for the best part of 18 or 20 months, and we've now for the first time broken above the monthly 20 moving average, which it's been in a downtrend ever since oil broke down in late 2014. However, that monthly 20 moving average is now starting to move upwards, and we are above the moving average, which is telling us oil is now in a medium-term uptrend, and that higher price should continue going forward. So let's go back to our oil stock, and let me explain the setup to you. We can see here, this is something known as the flush and blast off play. Looking at this weekly chart on the right hand side, we can see the stock bottomed a couple of weeks ago. It made a temporary bounce and then it came down and it made a temporary new low. Let me show you on the daily on the left hand side. We pierced the low by a couple of cents, and then the financial institutions took the stock higher. This is tutorial stuff. For those of you that are full members on tradingwithzach.com, you would have seen the tutorial covering the flush and blast off play, and you'll know that this type of setup is where the financial institutions normally accumulate a stock and take it higher once they start piling in, which we believe they are about to do imminently. Another factor is the fact that we are into this band of consolidation. Let me put the line in there around $17. That band of consolidation, there is a line of support. And another factor that we've got, again looking at the weekly chart on the right hand side, is what looks like a hammer. A hammer is a bottoming tail, and bottoming tails or hammer formations that occur on the weekly chart are very, very strong and a very big signal to us that the institutions are about to enter this stock and take it higher. So over the coming days and weeks, we're looking at this stock. We're looking for it to move all the way from its current price of $17.40. We're looking for it to hit initially $18.50, and if it really gets going, it could get up to the $19 level, which coincides with the 20 moving average on the weekly chart. Now, our members have already been alerted, and they've been informed what options we are intending to buy at the open this morning. And let me just give you an example of the profit one can make with options. So let's assume that this stock does rise from its present value up to, let's say, $18.50. That's a rise of 6%, which is not a particularly tall order, especially for an oil stock of this nature. And if it really gets going and hits $19, it would have moved up 9%. Let me show you the type of profit we are aiming to make on this trade. So I'm looking at an options chain here on the right hand side, And we're looking at the December expiry, which expires on the 3rd Friday in December. And I'm looking at the $18 strike price. If you're not familiar with options and you don't understand what they are and how they work, do not worry. When you come and join me on tradingwithzach.com, we have detailed tutorials which are concise, yet detailed enough that you'll understand how they work and how we can profit from them. But for the purposes of this video, just understand that we are about to enter into this option. We're going to buy it at a price of around 9 or 10 cents at the open, and the strike price is the $18 level. Let me just put a line in here at the $18 level. That's going to be our strike price of the option we're buying. Now, should this stock reach $18.50, the value of the option, which currently is around 10 cents, the value of the option will be the difference between the actual price and the strike price. So assuming this stock gets up to $18.50, the value of those options will be worth 50 cents. And you can see we're aiming to buy it today at the open for a price of around 10 cents, give or take a cent or two. If this stock does get up to the $19 level before this option expires on December the 15th, that's the third Friday in the calendar month, the option will be worth the difference between $19 and $18, which is of course $1. And bear in mind that we are aiming to buy this option at the open for 10 cents. That would represent a 10 times return. That's a profit of 1,000% should this stock get up to the $19 level. Now, the risk with options is that if the stock remains below this amount, if it remains below $18, the option will begin to decay in value, and it would decay all the way to zero. So whenever we trade options, we are always mindful that if a trade does not work out, and no trade is ever guaranteed, however, we are trading when the odds are overwhelmingly in our favor, and one has to bear in mind, if the trade does not work out, one would lose up to 100% of what they invest in this position. Therefore, we make it very clear to our members, in any trade, we only invest what we are willing to lose if the trade does not work out. Therefore, we are never ever putting our account at risk, even though in this case we are hoping to make something between 500 and 1,000%. Because we're getting good trades, quite often, especially trades of this magnitude, they occur various times in the year. We know there are always going to be good trades available. Therefore, there is no pressure on us, and there should be no pressure on our members to invest a larger position than is necessary. So I want you to keep in touch. Subscribe on the YouTube channel so that you'll get notified when we close this trade, and you'll find out what happened, whether this trade works out or does not. We will put a video out to talk it through, and we will also reveal what the stock is. But the purpose of this video is for you to appreciate how simple technical analysis is and how it can lead you to the promised land as you can trade from the markets throughout the course of the year consistently. My name is Zach. If you've got any questions, please post a comment in the comments box below. I look forward to hearing from you guys. And if you like this type of stock analysis, it's simple technical analysis in its purest form, and more importantly, if you want to find out what this trade is that I'm going to enter today at the market open at 9:30 a.m., come and join me on tradingwithzach.com. Come and take the 7-day free trial. You'll be able to view this alert in full detail. If you've already taken the trial, make sure you sign up for full membership. It's only $99 a month. I will handhold you through this trade, and I will alert you when I close the trade for profit. So don't get left behind. Don't miss out on the action. Come and join me on tradingwithzach.com and learn to profit from the markets for life. I want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon on my site.